200 years ago, England was the world's greatest superpower. It was also the world's greatest slave trader. Ships by the hundreds sailed from Britain's shores for the West African coast, where crews employed brutal methods to capture and enslave their human cargo for the fields and plantations of the New World. Not only was this inhumane practice highly profitable, it was national policy. Planners and traders leveraged their tremendous wealth to exercise powerful influence in Parliament. Few voices were raised in protest.
The British slave trade represented a portion of the British economy, not unlike the portion of the economy here in the U.S. that's tied up with the defense industry.
Anyone hoping to abolish this slave trade would need intelligence, grace, influential friends, the gift of oration, and most of all, faith. It would take years of tireless, thankless, and failed efforts to wake a nation's passion for freedom and justice. But 200 years ago, one man and his friends did indeed stand up against this injustice and started a movement that would change the world. That man was William Wilberforce. Wilberforce brought a motion to the House of Commons for the abolition of the slave trade. It would be 20 long years, 20 years filled with frustration, duplicity, and disappointment before he would carry the House of Commons and the House of Lords in putting abolition into law. In fact, due to a severe illness from which he nearly died, it would take Wilberforce 2 years just to bring his first parliamentary speech against the slave trade. For 3.5 hours, he outlined its brutal realities, presenting for many the first glimpse into slavery's grim practices. He concluded,
"Having heard all this, you may choose to look the other way, but you can never again say that you did not know."
Parliament responded with typical delay tactics. He faithfully endured 13 more years of consecutive defeats in Parliament. Finally, after failure upon failure, finally after hours of debate which lasted into the pre-dawn hours of February 24th, 1807, a resolution to end the slave trade in all of Britain was passed at 4 in the morning.